Sometimes I know that my impatience comes through. I sometimes am too passionate about the things I care so deeply about, and nothing I care more about, but I'm more optimistic. I'm more optimistic than any time since we launched the Moonshot, because what I've seen and heard today, the ideas, the collaborations, you just heard from my executive director, Greg Simon. These are a down payment on the effort that is needed to truly make a difference in cancer. And I know this sounds like hyperbole, but the whole world is counting on us. I mean that sincerely. Everywhere I go in the world, and I've been around a long time, as Jim knows, I've traveled over 1,100,000 miles just since being vice president. There is literally not a single world leader that I haven't known or met in the last 38 to 40 years. And as I go around the world today, all parts of the world, I go for other reasons. This is what they raise with me. They know about what you're doing. They know about what we're trying to do. And it is, and they want to collaborate as well. So, you know, in my discussions with the patient groups and industry leaders, scientists, physicians, there was a clear sense of, let's get it done now. There's so much we can get down. Data standards. The first meeting we had, I thought, was extremely, extremely useful with the industry community and others, is that we can get new data standards. We can do it now. There's better ways to do combination drug therapies. We can do it now. The federal government can help or get out of the way in many cases. New ways to price drugs based on value, so they can be affordable, and we still reward innovation. And we can do that now. I promise you that we're going to follow every one of the ideas you've raised in these breakout groups, and we're going to try to make them realities as rapidly as we can. Remember, cancer never quits. Cancer doesn't sleep. Cancer never says, well, I can do damage tomorrow. It's now. It's now. So we have to move the ideas that you all have generated and that we've reached a consensus on. We've got to move them to reality, and we got to move it and work on it every single day, in every way we can. We have to invest money, the time, the people, the resources to make the difference in how cancer affects our lives. And it matters. You all know it better than I do. Failure is not an option. You know, when has it ever been in the United States of America that a challenge is put forward and Americans went, well, let me see. I'm not so sure we can do that. I'm not so sure we can invest in that. My God, this is the United States of America. And every day here and around the world, thousands of people are dying. Millions of people are desperately looking for hope. You know it. You deal with them every day. They're looking for hope. They don't give up. They hang on. They're like our son at the last days. Dad, I'm not afraid. I'm okay. Keep going. You look at the people you work with, and you can't do anything but walk away with a sense of, my God, the resilience of human beings. My mother used to say, bravery lies in every heart, and someday it will be called upon. Unfortunately, it's being called upon every single day for so many people. And some are just looking for another day, another month, another year, just to make it one more birthday. Like I said, make my daughter's wedding. You know, you had a comedian stand up in front of you today, dealing with a hell of a verdict that's been rendered. I asked him how he's doing. He said he's going in for his operation. I don't know, it's public knowledge, so I won't say the day. I asked him anything I do. He said, yeah, pray for me. And I'm going to be okay. Pray for me. You know, folks, so many of you know so much more about the disease than I do. But you know, we can end cancer as we know it. We need to keep this collaboration going. This summit isn't the end of anything. It's the beginning for some. It's continuation for many of the collaborations that we need to address a host of problems. A host of problems. But every one of these collaborations depend on you in this room, the people in this room, and the people you represent from your disciplines. You know, there are, right here in Washington, we had a lot of people, all of you sitting in front of me, but there were thousands spread all across the country. Serious players like you. Groups of ordinary citizens, but also the leading oncologists, the leading hospitals, the leading researchers in those communities, gathered like we are here today. One of the reasons I so desperately wanted this to occur and succeed as you made it succeed is to reinvigorate the country with the notion that we're in this game, man. We're in it up to our hips, up to our ears. To let people across the nation once again begin to believe that, you know, we can do anything. We're here to work with you. And it's clear I've learned so much from you. We're here to support you. We call for help, and you all answered. You didn't need us to call. You were already doing it. You're already in the game. Basically, I want to say thank you, encourage you, challenge you to make every day a day closer to the end of cancer as we know it. Thank you for being part of the summit. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for your commitment. It really, really, really matters, and you know it. I served years ago as a young 30-year-old senator with a guy who was a great guy. I didn't agree with him much on anything philosophically, but he was a man of great character, Barry Goldwater. Remember that expression? None of you women are old enough to remember, but some of you men will remember, and it's been handed down. If people don't know who said it now. But he said, in your heart, you know I'm right. Well, I think he was wrong about his policies, but the phrase, in your heart, you know, in your heart, you know what I'm saying is true. In your heart, you know. If we collaborate, if we share, if we move, if we unite, we can actually change people's lives in a more profound way than we've been able to do any time up to now. So I just want to say, God bless you all for what you do, who you are, and the capacities you bring to this fight. And may God protect our troops. Thank you so very much.
He had 3,000 people. Bernie Sanders had a tremendous crowd tonight of 3,000 people. Unbelievable crowd. And I'd have 20 and they don't mention it. Just like when I said to the cameras, turn around and show these people.